So, hey everyone, I want to introduce you this week to a very special friend of mine that I have known. Oh, my land. Kim, we've known each other for like 15 years. I feel too,
Really?
I don't, oh my goodness, I can't even
Doesn't seem
believe
like you
it.
should be that old, right?
I seriously, right? So, I'd like to introduce you everyone to Kim Players, a very, very dear friend of mine who is the owner, president, operator of Master Your Drone. I don't know what your official title is, girl. You're a master
CEO,
drone.
founder and CEO.
So Kim, you and I have known each other for years and years and years. Met you at church, First Baptist in Percy, and you've done quite the adventure through the years with different entrepreneurial things that you've done, and you pulled me into a couple of them a few years back. So you have always been an entrepreneur, and I'm just curious. I mean, I know, but I'm sure rockin' woman like yourself doing drones. Why don't you tell us what motivated you to get into the drone business and what you're doing and how you're doing
I didn't want to die broke.
it?
Well, it's so true. There's a lot of truth to that. We all have a lot of fears as we think of old age, and we think of aging and where we want to be. And like I do, I'm like a 5-year entrepreneur. I do something for 5 years. I take all my experience from that and then put it into the next 5 years. And and then I'm also a big goal setter. So I'll set goals for, like, when I'm 30, where do I see myself at 40? I'll write down the ages of my kids. I'll write down like how much I owe on my house. All these little things that really get me motivated to get out of bed and be on fire. And so I had been praying. I have a lot of background in training and in public speaking, as you know, and I've always been in leadership. So I was praying when I hit 50, I'm like, what do I want to do like 50 to 60? Where do I see myself now where my kids are grown up and I'm getting into those golden years, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And so I just kind of put it out there to the Lord. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Everything's changing. When I was an inspirational speaker, then everybody thought there was an inspirational speaker after like 2009 hit, and everybody lost a lot. So I just put it out there for the Lord. And 6 years ago, I was at the Westchester Helicopter Museum, and one of my friends had a drone, and it was the first time I had seen a drone that I really recollect. And I went up to him like, dude, what is that? And he said it was a drone and that it could save lives. And he told me a story of search and rescue with when Sandy hit, because that hit us harder than we expected. I'm like, can you teach me how to fly that? Because I just saw my whole life experience going into that one great grand opportunity. Like, people didn't know anything about drones. So I'm like, now I can, take all my experience and teach people about drones. I don't know why drones. It was God inspired. I've never been a real technical person. But anyway, long story short, I learned how to fly a drone. I learned how to build a drone. And then 3 years into my business, I attracted angel investors. I won an award with Penn State University. And I also was accepted into the King of Prussia, Delaware County Accelerator Program. And I do want to say, one thing about me, and one thing that I preach over and over and over, is never, ever, 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 ever give up. Right? Never give
Amen.
up. Right? Never give up. If you have a pulse, you have a purpose. And like, what do you have me here for? So that was my big dream. Like, when this drone came in, and then I saw the challenge that it was to fly, the challenge that it is to fly in national airspace. Like, I really feel like this is something that I could do. And I wouldn't have won the awards, and I wouldn't have attracted the angel investor if drones weren't the future.
Right. Right. Well, and I know that. I mean, I've obviously in real estate, those big properties that we have, and we were able to, and then COVID hit, we were using drones to actually get us
Sure.
inside footage of some of the homes. I mean, it was just crazy. So tell me, who are you teaching how to fly drones?
Oh, it's so amazing. It's all across the gamut. I never know. So first of all, like in 2020, when COVID hit, my business tripled. And I went from making what I make in a month to making it in a week. So that was really like, and it was so awesome. Like, I mean, my confidence and my courage just got stronger and stronger. And my clients, especially when COVID, I mean, even before that, I mean, I get calls all the time. So, I'll get like the master mechanic that, is hitting 50 and he's like, I don't know if I want to continue doing this. I get the social worker that got laid off during COVID. He's like, I don't know if I want to go back to my job. I get the mom that, her son's in his third year of college, a junior, and now he's got to do online. She's still got to pay the same amount of money and he still doesn't know what he wants to do. And she's like, you know what? Maybe I should call this Kim woman and see if drones would be for him. I get the grandmother that calls me and says, yeah, my son is 20 and my grandson, he just doesn't really know what he wants. He just seems to go from job to job. Do you think drones would be a great thing for him? I'm like, awesome. Yes. So what's really inspiring to me is that I get these moms and grandmothers calling me. And I just had this woman call me. She's starting this week with her son, special needs. I've trained a couple of special needs kids, especially if they're Ashbury's, is it? Ashbury's?
Asperger's.
Yeah, Asperger's, because, they definitely are totally mentally sharp, but they just need something really, purposeful to focus on. And drones are definitely something that can help them. But I just had this mom call me and her son is partially mute. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to assist me. She goes, no, he's going to like you and he's going to pay attention. And then I go into the city with my team. We have 8 pilots on our team. I go into the city once a week now, and then we do a lot of stuff online, and we do workforce development for groups of people that are in solar panel inspections and construction site management. So really it runs the gamut. I never know from day to day. I had a guy call me from Long Island. He wants his au pair to learn how to fly a drone, so when they go travel, he can sit on the beach and have 10 margaritas if he wants, and he doesn't have to be responsible for flying a drone around. His au pair can do it. So you name it, and we just it's just, it's one of those things that's really new. It's very trending, but yet people see the possibilities.
Absolutely. And again, mentioning, contractors and solar panels and roofing contractors or home inspectors that don't want to go climb on a roof. I mean, those are all great, introductions for you, I'm sure. So is it hard to fly a drone?
It is.
I bet it is.
Yeah,
I'm not techie.
It is and it isn't, right? So, I'm sure people will be listening to this and I'll go, I got a drone. I got one of those toy drones and I fly it around. But what people don't understand is when you're flying at a commercial level, in other words, you are getting paid to fly a drone. When you're flying at a commercial level, you're not flying 200 feet in the air. You're not flying 400 feet in the air where there's no obstacles to hit. You are flying that magical number, maybe 30 feet in the air up to 150 feet in the air. And what's in that 30 and 150 foot radius is lots of obstacles. There's trees, there's telephone wires, there's roofs, there's all kinds of things. There's birds, right? So that is, really what we train. You can fly a drone, but to be able to train and know those sticks well enough to be able to respond really fast in case of an emergency, that's really what we teach people. Because, you'd be surprised how many people crash their drone just in takeoff and landing because they just don't take it serious enough. So we take them through all that. We're really training people so they don't crash.
So what type of training is entailed then? Is it like a mini course that you sign up for? Is it how do you teach them in a short amount of time to be safe?
So what we do is we have our Master Your Drone. I call it the drone zone bundle. And if you want to just have it all, come in and have it all. We have all the latest drones, and so they're all insured. You can come in and try our drones, whether it's the Mavic Air, the Mavic Air 2, the Phantom 4, the Mavic Air, Mavic Pro 2, whatever. We have all the drones, the Inspire. And so a lot of clients will come in and they haven't decided which drone they want. Do they want to spend, $500, $1,000, $2,500? They don't really know they don't want to just go in cheap and then regret it later. So they'll come, they'll sign up, and we have this package where you get 8 hours of lessons. And then we also include a prep test for the FAA Part 107 remote license. So you'll get a commercial certificate that you're a certified pilot by the FAA. So that gives you, it's a class where you learn all kinds of stuff. It's a 3-week class, 2 nights a week. And people are so proud of themselves because you're basically getting like a recreational license. So we teach you airspace and how to fly, weather, how to take care of your drone, how to run a crew, what your responsibility is based on the FAA. And the FAA is really sharpening up their skills. They were overwhelmed for a while, but now they're really, coming down on people because they don't want to ruin it for everybody. So that bundle we have is the 8-hour lessons, like I said, and the Part 107. That's one bundle. Or you could just come in for lessons, or you could come in for like a 2-hour lesson. It just depends. Or some people already have a drone. They've been flying for a couple of
I was
years.
just going to ask you that. Do you teach
Yeah,
them how to fly their own drones?
yeah, they already know how to fly a drone, but they want to get licensed so they can start making money. They've had opportunities. People have called and said, "Can you come out and take pictures of my house, or do some, like a media company, do some, like Wolfington Bus Company hired us, and they sent in their media guy, and he came in, 25-year-old kid, got his Part 107, learned how to fly a drone. They'd gotten a drone, started it up in their office, and scared the heck out of them. And we need to get training. I just had a guy from Montana fly out, and I do get people that fly out from all over the country, and he's so cool. He's like about 65 years old. He has his charter license. He has boats. And he came out from Montana. He was visiting his daughter, and she got him a drone for Christmas. And when he opened it up, he's like, "Where's the lessons?" She goes, "Oh, no, I gotta find somebody with lessons."
Very cool.
So we're just finishing up flying him. He's really a cool person. He lives right at the that beautiful park out there. It's just so interesting, the people I meet.
Oh, I'm sure. So let me ask you, as we're getting ready to wrap up, is there something I should have asked you that I didn't ask you that you want to tell everyone besides how to reach you at the end?
Yes. So I do want to tell people that drones are definitely the future. On the other side of COVID, drones are now starting to really, heat up. So, we're doing the beta programs of, drone delivery. So that's something we're going to start teaching that at our classes. You really can be a novice and not know a darn thing. I have a woman that I'm training right now, and she is, she's a high-risk pregnancy ultrasound technician. And she's one of my favorite clients because she listens so well, and she flies so well because she listens so well. But, she's like, "I want to learn how to fly a drone." Like, people are in their jobs, and it doesn't mean that they necessarily love their jobs. People
Right.
are looking for hobbies. What I love about drones is you get to be outside. We train kids as young as 11. You can get your certification as a young woman or as a young man as early as 16, and you can start going out and making money. And I do want to say, Master Your Drone is the top drone training company in the greater Philadelphia area. We have over 45 5-star reviews. And I just tell people what your experience was like. And once you come and fly with Master Your Drone, you're now belong to our tribe. And we go out and we fly at Fairmount Park, Graffiti Field, Graffiti Pier. We'll go to New Jersey and fly, but we fly together as a team and as a group, because you got to have fun people to fly with, and we learn from each other and we fly together. And so that's the one thing, is that once you come and fly with us, you get to fly with us forever.
Well, I can just attest to that in general. I mean, we sadly haven't talked in probably a couple of years, and we just picked up just like we left off. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah, it is a tribe. So, Kim,
but we are in each other's radars because we love each other and we care for each other. So we may be we may not be in touch, but we're always know that we're like a Facebook post away.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Always. So how can someone reach you if they're interested in learning more, either for a career themselves, or if they're thinking about picking up a drone, and what type, or any way that they want to reach you? Give me some contact information for you, please.
Sure. So my name is Kim Players, like Players Club. You can check me out on Facebook or Instagram, Kim Players, and you can see all the different pictures of us flying. There's no obligation to give me a quick call and see if you're interested. And you can reach me at masteryourdrone.com. And there's a phone number and an email on there that you can reach me, or you can just go to Google and put in Master Your Drone, and all our information comes up. We'd love to assist you, even if you're just curious and you're not serious yet. We're here to help.
I am so excited for you. Like I said, I've seen you grow through through all the different stages and taken everything that you've learned in the past and just putting it towards your future goals. And you are a rock star. And I'm
Thank you
so
so much.
glad that you took some time this week to talk to us. And guys, truly, she is as fun as she looks. So if you, that's a
I love what I
reality.
do when I do what I love with people that I enjoy doing it with.
Absolutely. Amen to that. So thank you, Kim. Guys,
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Shelby.
listening. And we'll see you next week.
See you, everybody. Bye, Shelby.